Yeah, so 2K is a very evil, very evil, corrupt type of game, right? With all the little tricks that they do with the dynamic difficulty adjustment or dynamic game balancing, as I like to call it, whatever you want to call it. But they do a lot of little sneaky stuff, and it's just not cool, man. It really is not cool at all what this game does. So right here, I call it pick and fade. And two things happen. I already recently did a video about this, but I want to cover something else about the pick and fade. That's another little layer of how they cheat you on the pick and fade when you get a man open. So now we already see what happens. He gets the ball wide open, right? And he catches it and he does not shoot it. Even though it's a play designed for the sole purpose of getting your man open to shoot a wide open long 2 or 3. It's designed for that purpose. That's the whole point of it. And it ran almost perfectly. Besides what I'm about to break down after I break this down. Then he takes another step. He's open again because this guy turns his back on him. Now, it seemed like he was intentionally, like the algorithm had my man intentionally trying to drive into the defense and shoot the shot contested. And they do that. They do that kind of often in 2K. So he ends up not shooting it. The play is botched. He was wide open. It was an easy bucket, but he refuses to shoot it. That's 2K's dynamic game balancing or dynamic difficulty adjustment. Now, here's the other thing that I want to cover. What they do a lot of times when you run a pick and fade in order to try to botch your pick and fade for you is when you run it. Now, notice how my man, he gets open. He's standing right here butt naked, right? He's by himself. This is where he's supposed to stay for the pick and fade. He catches it right here, boom, easy bucket. But what he does, pay attention to his feet. Let's look at his feet. Let me adjust this camera. Pay attention to the man's feet. Look what he does. When he catches the ball, or when the ball is coming to him, look at this. The game slides him all the way out of the picture where he was on an island by himself already. Look at this again. I'm explaining why they're doing that. Slides him all the way out of the way. He didn't even take a step. He rarely even moved his feet right here. This was just all him levitating. This is all 2K doing. This is all they're doing. This is their dynamic game balancing. Cheating, and the purpose of this right here is almost always to bring you closer to a nearby defender, which is I think his name Mobley, if I'm not mistaken, or whoever it is, or to put you somewhere where you're not so fucking open, where you're just not butt ass naked, just on an island, right? So now Mobley, if he decides to shoot this, Mobley could potentially take one step forward and jump, and now it's considered to be a contested shot when all he had to do was just stand right here where he was. He was perfectly fine right there. This is 2K's dynamic game balancing or dynamic difficulty adjustment. Now I'm explaining what that is. Dynamic game balancing, or DDA, dynamic difficulty adjustment, is basically any video game's way of trying to make the game more challenging for you, so that it doesn't get so boring and just repetitive and redundant. So what they do in a video game is they make the competition more tougher, right? They make the competition a little more tougher. But typically in a video game, they don't make you worse. They just make the competition harder, but they don't really it's not typical that they'll make you worse. I'm sure you can point out certain instances on certain games where you would see something like that. But let's say like in Mortal Kombat, you whooping computers ass, you whooping ass, whooping ass, whooping ass, whooping ass. Now, next thing you know, you're gonna play the next computer you play, or that person in that round, their blocking is going to get a little better. Their combos are going to get a little more fluid. You see what I'm saying? The competition, it gets a little better, but it's not going to make you start to get worse in order to make the game feel like more of a challenge. That's what 2K actually does. 2K will make you and your teammates almost shut down and have these brain farts and just do a lot of real stupid shit because they're trying to they're trying to help whoever you're playing, especially if it's the computer. They're trying to help them come back into the game. They're trying to make it feel like more of a challenge. That's how you get these games where you're up by so many points, and then in the third quarter they chop it down. Then in the fourth quarter they go on a nasty run, and now it's coming damn near down to a buzzer beater because of the algorithm programmed into the game is designed for the purpose literally of cheating the user. And any other video game is designed with the purpose of making the game more of a challenge through making your opponent a little better when you're playing the computer. With 2K, it does something a little bit different. It actually makes you a worse player. It teaches the user, right? It starts to fuck with you and the things that you're doing, make you do bad animations or unfavorable animations at times where it's like, what? Why would my man even think to? Why? Like, what was the point in all of that? Which is exactly what happened right here with Ivy. He gets the ball wide open off the pick and roll. He's supposed pick and fade. He's supposed to shoot it. Dynamic game balancing says no. First of all, dynamic game balancing says go over there closer to the defender. Then dynamic game balancing says, you know what? Don't even shoot it. Matter of fact, get even closer to another defender and don't shoot it. It makes the game, it makes it unplayable because it gets so frustrating. Like, man, come on, I can't. You can hardly do a lot of the things that you would like to do. It's not a fluidly running game. It's not fluid because of all of this nonsense that they're doing. Why? Like, it's not really necessary. It's not really like they really fuck this game up. Every year they fuck it up more and more and more, and they give you a little better graphics, another animation or something that's I guess certain people like, and upgrade the roster. But they generally just fuck the game up, like the new mechanics around shooting and the logic around when you're open and when you're not. It's just total garbage. It doesn't even make any sense. They didn't have no one ask. No, they didn't have to do that. But that'll do it for this video. Peace.